Coming up on Full Sail Live, March Madness is here. Over 20 million brackets were constructed with the hopes of becoming the first perfect.
Starting to get close, and it's gone.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone.
It's an opening.
We couldn't even make it past the first weekend without every bracket being busted. Find out which game was the straw that broke the camel's back, and the NFL offseason is underway. Find out which stars found their new homes. All this and more coming up on Full Sail Live. Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm Ryan Stearns. The March Madness tournament's first rounds of action took place over the weekend, and much like all that participated, my bracket was busted. Joining me now to talk about some tournament upsets from Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio is Ryan Coolidge. Ryan?
Yeah, Stearns, we saw a lot of shocking upsets over top contenders in this year's tournament. We had number 15 Princeton over number 2 Arizona, number 13 Furman over number 4 Virginia, but the biggest upset of all came here in Columbus. The one-seeded Purdue Boilermakers were upset by number 16 Fairleigh Dickinson. Purdue becomes just the second team in NCAA history to lose to a 16 seed in the tournament, joining the University of Virginia. The Boilermakers were just outmatched from beyond the arc, shooting an abysmal 5 of 26. Couple that with 16 turnovers, and Purdue was the first one seed out of the tournament. These sorts of losses are starting to become a trend for the Boilermakers. Purdue has lost to a double-digit seeded team in the past 3 tournaments. Purdue will have to wait another year for a chance to win their first national title in school history. Now let's take a look at the team that beat them, FDU. They technically weren't even supposed to be in the tournament. The Knights lost their conference championship to Merrimack College, which means the Warriors should have had their spot. However, Merrimack had just transitioned from Division II to Division I. NCAA rules dictate that any team transitioning to D1 is ineligible from the tournament for 4 years. So FDU took their place, not just winning their first 4-in game, but becoming the second 16 seed to beat a number 1 seed in tournament history. Comparing both of those teams, the Knights were the 299th ranked college basketball team in the nation according to the KenPom rankings. For reference, Purdue was ranked 5th. Both UMBC and FDU would go on to lose to a 9 seed in the round of 32. FDU's win over Purdue also broke all remaining perfect brackets, making all brackets bust by the end of round 1.
Well, my bracket busted way before that anyway.
Oh, I'm with you. My national champion was out after the first day.
Man, March really is brutal. After the break, the NFL offseason is upon us. Ryan will discuss some of the moves happening around the league, so stay tuned. Full Sail Live will be right back. Welcome back to Full Sail Live. NFL free agency has seen a ton of stars find new homes around the league. Once again, I'm joined by Ryan Coolidge. Ryan, which team in the NFC are you most excited about?
Well, Stearnsy, last year I said that this team was a fringe playoff team. They ended up just missing out on the playoffs. With all the signings they've made this offseason, I think this team has a good shot to win their first division title in over 30 years. The Detroit Lions have gone out and beefed up their roster. Although ranking top 5 in total offense last year, Detroit's defense ranked dead last in yards per game and bottom 5 in points per game. Adding C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the NFC champion Eagles and Cameron Sutton from the Steelers adds much-needed improvements to their defense. Detroit also added some pieces for their offense, mainly former Bears running back David Montgomery. Lions also own 2 first-round picks in this year's draft. They play their cards right. The Lions may be poised to make a deep run come January.
As for the AFC, which team are you most excited to watch?
Well, the AFC is full of a ton of strong contenders again this year, but one team in particular that I'm excited to watch is the New England Patriots. The Patriots missed the playoffs last season with an 8-9 record. Their main issue, offense. The Pats ranked in the bottom half of the league in every major offensive category. Losing receiver Jacoby Myers and running back Damian Harris in free agency wasn't going to help those issues. So New England went out and got Mac Jones some new toys to play with. Super Bowl champion wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster headlines their signings with a 3-year, $33 million deal. Under new offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien, New England hopes Mac Jones can shake off his sophomore slump and lead the Patriots back to postseason play. Now, with all these signings going around the league, this is sure to be a must-watch season. Personally, I can't wait for football to get back and started.
Neither can I, Coolidge. It's going to be a good year of football ahead. Still to come, Ryan sits down with MCLA lacrosse player Bowden Dock and his transition from protecting the goal to attacking it. Don't go anywhere. Full Sail Live continues next. Welcome back to Full Sail Live. Joining me now is a sophomore at the Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. He plays attack for the MCLA Trailblazers. Their next game is actually against Maine Maritime Academy on Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, Bowden Dock. Bowden, how's it going, buddy?
Pretty good.
So, when did you first start playing lacrosse?
I started playing kindergarten, like youth lacrosse, when I was 4 or 5. My dad ended up running the Auburn youth lacrosse department, and I just got to keep playing. And so when first grade rolled around, I was playing in kindergarten. I would just move up every other year, and that's how I got to learn the game better, playing against bigger, faster, stronger kids. And that kind of helped me through high school and now eventually in college.
So when you first committed to MCLA, what position were they originally recruiting you to play?
I was a defenseman. I played defense all through high school and a little bit of long stick midfield, and that's what my coach, Kevin Pesnowski, wanted me to play originally. And then a bunch of stuff happened my freshman year. I eventually went in the goal. And then this year we had our returning attackman who came here as a goalie before I was supposed to play. He took the starting job this year, and Pez came up to me and was like, well, do you want to play attack? And I said, yes. We have 18 guys, so it's crucial to keep everybody on the field instead of having 3 guys sit on the bench because we're so low in numbers right now.
So next season, do you anticipate also playing attack, or will you switch back to playing goalie?
If it goes well, I think I'm going to stick at attack. In reality, it's going to be where am I needed. We could have a deep hole who gets hurt, and we don't have anybody else. I could go play defense. If Hank, who's our goalie right now, happens to get hurt, I'll fill that spot in. I've kind of been turned into this utility player. It was the same way in high school at times. And now it's just, if you're needed here, you're going to be here. And if you're at attack, you're at attack. I'll practice as an attackman this summer. I'll see some shots in goal as well, just in case. But my plan as of right now is to stick with attack. It's working so far. We'll see how it goes in the conference play, but I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, you mentioned conference play. There's still well over half a season left. What are your expectations for the team here in the second half of the season once you enter conference play?
I want to go 500, and I'd love to make playoffs. Playoffs for us would be huge, especially growing into the program we are right now. We had 6 freshmen come in this year, which bumped us largely in numbers compared to 13 last season. A couple of them had some grade problems, so they're ineligible right now. But with the recruiting class for next year, we're looking at 10 to 12 with a couple transfers. So we're going to be in the high 20s to even low 30s if we're lucky with kids in the spring, because it's hard to see them all come in. It's, as of right now, it's like a believe it till we see it type deal. When you get into fall ball, are they all here? Did all of them commit and actually follow through? Rather than saying they're coming, there's a post about them on social media saying, oh, he's now a Trailblazer, and then you get in the fall ball and you only see 2 kids.
All right, Bowden. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's going to be all the time we have here. For Full Sail Live, I'm Ryan Coolidge.